Well, the former president continued his battleground push yesterday with a rally aimed at Latino voters. Haley, we know that state of Pennsylvania crucial in the election.
Yeah, Jay, you cannot underscore just how key it is. And here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, former President Donald Trump making a play for Latino and Hispanic voters. And he touted support from this voting coalition during his Tuesday night rally as he pressed his message on immigration and inflation, framing himself as the change agent in this home stretch of the election. Now, keep in mind, this is a voting coalition that makes up more than half of the population here in Allentown. And when we look at the Commonwealth writ large, it is one that has a significant Puerto Rican population. Now, this rally was previously planned, but did end up coming on the heels of Trump's weekend rally in New York City at Madison Square Garden that has drawn criticism and scrutiny over disparaging comments from speakers, including a comedian's comments specifically about Puerto Rico. Now, the former president, as you mentioned, did not weigh in on these comments directly while here in the Lehigh Valley, instead calling the rally a ball and a love fest while touting support from the Latino and Hispanic community and saying he had a lot of love for them, while saying his support for Puerto Rico, trumpeting that. Listen.
We're getting support from Latinos like never before. We're setting every record. Hispanics, Latinos. Nobody loves our Latino community and our Puerto Rican community more than I do. We appreciate, and we have a lot of them here tonight. Thank you very much. Latinos, Hispanics, Puerto Rico. Thank you. Thank you, Senator.
Now, while Republican strategists and Trump allies have not shown concern that those comments from New York City would move the needle in a measurable way, we did speak to one voter who felt differently, who felt it would have an impact. And this Puerto Rican voter here in Allentown told us those comments were something she considered at the ballot box, but ultimately decided this.
Because I'm going to just make my decision based on that comedian. I'm see what Donald Trump has to offer to this country and to us, so that's more valuable to me to make my decision.
And you guys, this morning, the Trump campaign is trying to flip the script on the criticism after President Biden weighed in on a call yesterday aimed to mobilize Latino voters, saying, quote, "The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters," and decrying what he called the demonization of Latinos, later clarifying that he was referring to the, quote, hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico used at the NYC rally that referred to it as garbage. Now, the Trump campaign's press secretary, though, is seizing on those comments regardless, as it slams comparisons of the rally to fascism, saying, quote, "There's no way to spin it. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris don't just hate President Trump. They despise the tens of millions of Americans who support him." And of course, as you mentioned, that support is going to be key here in Pennsylvania, a state that could come down to slim margins, and every voting coalition is going to be key for the campaigns. Now, Trump here acknowledging that, saying the fate of the nation, that's a quote, was in the hands of Pennsylvania voters, while encouraging turnout, but also notably making claims of cheating as we are in this early voting phase. Now, in this final push of the campaign, the indicators are that the former president will be doubling down on his message on inflation and the economy. Those are top issues for his supporters, and underscoring Vice President Kamala Harris's ties to the administration. And we are expecting the split screen to continue today as Trump heads to both North Carolina and Wisconsin. Alexa and Jay.
It really is just important to know, with us closing in on Election Day, how every single vote matters, especially in those swing states, because polls show in a state like Pennsylvania, where it's neck and neck, it could be a few thousand votes. And when you have hundreds of thousands of Puerto Ricans living in Pennsylvania, when a comment like that comes at Madison Square Garden, it really could change the game. And as far as the controversy over President Biden's remark, any of those undecided Republicans right now, are they moving away because of what he said? So, Haley, it could go either way.
White House correspondent Haley Bull, thank you.